support.
The maestro, please!
We've gone over an awful lot of music this year, so I figured it might be good to have a bit of a retrospective to sort of review them. This will be for the year of
2018.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please!
So this year in music, if we go all the way back, Huncho Jack, Jack Huncho by Huncho Jack, Wolverine came in with another attack, but it was a great show with a catchy track. Following that, we had Ranky Tanky, there were some weird cups depicted as super lanky, there was a party going on, and it was super swanky, and the Greatest Showman was starting to make me cranky. Now, all on my mind was what happens next, what's in my head, I don't know, I'm vexed. Then the Black Veil Brides just sent me a text to check out Havana as if they were hexed. I read the post, there was a bot competition, Be Still My Soul, Korea gave Gad a mission, Def Leppard's Hysteria has another rendition, didn't know it was an anniversary edition. People always ask how do you keep up, boy, music stacks so high you'll get vertical, boy. At this point, it seems like you're having nightmares, boy. You'll get a depression in May, you better fall out, boy. With all these melodies and all these outliers, beating a drum head in Paris like it's on fire, just some common ground is all I require, cause the higher we go, the more I get tired. I can barely keep up with this modern lore, just listening through this can be such a chore, about to go AWOL Nation and just be a whore. I mean, look at this cover, it looks like a tour. Godot's in Europe and there are penguins on a star, Tyrell's song for me and Culbertson's too far. Audio spectrum that's ascending the bar, surrounded by crooked shadows that are bizarre. Just sleepwalking through this little dark age, 50 Shades Freed, I'ma skip that page, cause if I really wanted a movie to engage, I'll go see Marvel's Black Panther on stage. Anderson and Kronos just made landfall, Mary Meadows in the city standing real tall, when senses fail, pop evil and all, will be Carlisle's victory lap on the Grammys call. LD Miola's Opus Sublime, Vance Joy's Nation of Two just fine, Bon Jovi removed the for sale sign, and then we got Day 69 by 6'9". 10 tenors, 2 trios, and a quartet, Sadat, Lamar, Jarrett, Peacock, and DeJohnette, Davis and Coltrane smoking cigarettes, Tory Lane's Memories, don't forget. After Bach, The World's Gone, Chamberlain's in Tokyo, Jam Until Dawn, Commons as green as an August lawn, and rate lift's just going on and on. Hendrix playing both sides of the sky, maximum firepower until our ammo runs dry. Everyone's coming to a little boat retry, and logically fill a Tarantino supply. On the road home where the road is wide, put a spell on you just to provide. Lindsay Webster said that it's love inside, and music is what Frizel couldn't decide. I'll be your girl in the meadow, be glad. Love always lies, doesn't make you mad. Her wild self-sabotage is a fad, doesn't this all just make you sad? Tell me a story to dispel the darkness, asking real questions that are so heartless. The beasts of Burgundy are essentially harmless. United we swing with Lenny Kravitz, regardless. Coltrane and Davis giving their final speech from the Eiffel Tower to Amateur Beach. Stop being so melodramatic. Preach. Now excuse me while I hear Boarding House reach. The spirit of God and the devil at a junction. If the world is yours, what's your major malfunction? In this golden hour of music construction, just call out my name to avoid my dysfunction. Colors of my heart, my favorite, classically. What's that Tom misjoint geographically? The Wonder Sister years, done tactically. And Under Oath to Race Me, done drastically. Elton John's revamp avoids piracy. 30 Seconds to Mars gave their thoughts in society. Allison was awake from sobriety, and Cardi B busted out Invasion of Privacy. Catronata and Glasper here with the science, Men of La Mancha on Spanish Reliance, Currents and Constellations with an imperfect alliance, with Metallica having a remaster of their Defiance. The Tree of Forgiveness was hanging around close to a red cold river trying not to drown. Hit up my best friend's treehouse, what up man, you down? Cause Jason Aldean just dropped Rearview Town. Chillin' in Poland, jamming to a symphony, Nas is Illmatic, banging on timpani. Ornette Coleman falling from infamy in a jazz dispensary having an epiphany. Grant Green thinks he's quick, Elliot's daughter's being slick, waving white flags and throwing bricks. Lord Huron's turning tricks, eating elephants off of sticks, telling stories to some chicks. I swear it's all true, just ask J. Cole, that boy is sick. Dr. What, Dr. When, Dr. Who, Dr. Why. I'm sorry my double vision is making me go awry, I'm just texting my crew while they're doing a drive-by, but they call me old-fashioned because I immediately reply. Change the world? Now that crap's iconic. Just trucking along, driving my Bentley supersonic, it's driving me crazy, way too much chronic. Graffiti on computers, that stuff's electronic. Call me John Williams, cause music's my life, it's just a personal touch how I eclipse all the strife. Standing room only, ain't no room for your wife. As a quickest song on this album, loved Mac the Knife. Turn left on Parkway Drive, continue on till about 5, turn right on Lake Street and go ahead, just dive. Attention, attention, cause you're about to arrive at that lovely Shrum life and you're doing it live. That Ain't Worth the Hand was quite a surprise. Leon Bridges did good and deserves a prize, but the biggest shock, and it's the truth no lies, that I found out a way to glitch life I can see without eyes. A Far Cry just running around in circles, singing happy thoughts as they jump over hurdles. All I see is war and shades of purple, but disobey the system and fight like Ninja Turtles. Relaxing at the beach house with a lemon glow, jamming out to the voice notes on the down low. Gonna dial it from this trauma before I go to the Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino. Watching the royal wedding on TV in Fort Worth, can I get a hallelujah for this rebirth of an ultimate duet like the moon and the earth before I look at the new Basia drop for some mirth. And Seymour read the new Constitution, Sister Orchid had a romantic solution, did 13 Reasons Why to give a contribution for this nameless and faceless revolution. With all this reckless electric light and with justice for none, boy, I just might go harder than ever with an all-out fight against all this fake love, so just love yourself, alright? People told me that Han Solo was a bomb, Kamal Williams returned just saying salam. Still dreaming of jazz despite it being hated by my mom. Don't give in to the wildness, just stay calm. Churches yelling get out cause love is dead, but A$AP Rocky just told me, or at least that he read, that Pusha T renamed it Daytona instead. He said it ain't in my blood to get that name out my head. Marcus Miller laid down his trip trap on the soul side of town next to the ship map. It's hell on earth, so equip your grip strap before John Misty gives out his tip crap. I'm so sick and tired of this damn prequel. Goodbye and good riddance, and I may as well hit up Kanye at his luxurious hotel cause he's beautiful crazy, I mean can't you tell? Ella Lewis and the Beach Boys are making rhymes, the music in my head is making artificial crime. So tomorrow I'll be on mountains making wind chimes, trying to get away from the kid ghosts I see sometimes. With all these damn folk songs that keep on leaking, I developed a statement chronologically speaking. It almost sounds like it's living proof of the tweaking caused by all this post-traumatic streaking. This year's not for radio, Nas admit it. Chromeo's head over heels for it, they just need to quit it. They keep playing Youngblood since they submit it. I'd rather go apeshit like the Carters and get it. Causes blasting those summer horns again, Washington's next drop, heaven knows when. Roasting marshmallows with a bad witch, and then we thank God it's Saturday night, amen. Sing for the day, sing for the moment, closer to fine, closer to atonement. Listen to the message and not its opponent. Let you marvel the vanished garden's component. Both directions at once with twice the meanings. No appetite for destruction, humility's the teaching. Getting high as hope, breaking through all the ceilings. So introspective, that crap's got me in my feelings. Kittle & Co. need some volunteers for Dr. White's tricentennial fears. We'll go beast mode on them, straight musketeers, and they won't forget us for years and years. Everyday life will keep us stupid slightly with their greatest hits, but they didn't invite me. You think with a rhapsody it'd be less unsightly, but I'm just chilling here with my rolling papers, smoking politely. Mamma mia, here we go again, cause there's just something about you that makes me zen. I'm just so grateful you rate me 10 out of 10, I really needed it before I went off the deep end. But I'm getting so vicious with all these complaints, I'll go supernova without any restraints. Just go listen to Chesney with the words that he paints, as he sits there singing his songs for the saints. The Texas Tenors with their big collection, Project Grand Slam and Groove Express's connection to CCR's Chronicle Infection. For a compilation album, it was a hell of a selection. YG stayed dangerous as he flowed, Beck Miller gave us self-care, and it showed. Glad he gave us one more for the road. And Travis Scott blew up going straight sicko mode. So Devo said hola and declared they were timeless with a reminder that Elvis Presley is priceless. Trippie Redd keeping it dark and light with Nicki Minaj is apparently having a crisis. Evolving 6 times until it's complete. I hope you're enjoying the impact with the True Patrol. Thank you for today, Miss Franklin, for getting us off of our feet. And Ariana Grande's over there just keeping things sweet. There was Oliver Arnold. Oh, don't you remember? Wasn't he close to you? Didn't you meet in September? Waiting for the sunrise and the fog, staying warm by the ember, and something about Interpol and a BTS member. Madeline Peru at the Royal Albert Hall. I need an espresso to keep this state of flow small with this night with a new moon, no light at all. Make it all bloom like Kamikaze did last fall. Chopin, Renee Fleming out the bridge, Candace Springs. Paul Simon, Lenny Kravitz, that's too many damn things. I feel like I need to clutch onto too much, like too many diamond rings. Lauren Daigle told me to look up while Russ raps and McCartney sings. Keeping it well strung during the resistance, Willie Nelson with Frank Sinatra's assistants. Tony Bennett and Diana Krall freaking went the distance and thrice reminded us all of their existence. Black with his love letter to the city, AFX Twin keeping it real and gritty. David Givens back with his Pop Idol committee, and Carrie Underwood was crying pretty. Meaning of the Spirits and good old San Fran, living the dream where redemption began. The story so far, starring Josh Groban, featuring special guest Brockhampton. Lean on Me in African Hollywood, Beartooth spreading disease that was misunderstood. All J reduce, relax, or as much as he could. Pay respect to Tom Petty. If you didn't yet, you should. Kevin Gates gave us one Luca Brasi, more Logic dropped Jen Sinatra 4, and Lil Wayne delivered on the Carter 5 to an uproar, and shared to Dancing Queen on the dance floor. Jawlisky's Inscape made an interesting scene. Hillary Hahn did another Bach routine. Santa Falls on Christmas, Ice Nine Kills on Halloween. They were unheavenly creatures that I don't know if you've seen. Perry's leaving traces wherever he ran. Little Baby and Gunna dripping as hard as they can. Things been dark as long as the trenches span. Just don't call me shallow, cause I'm a desperate man. Reagan called it an odyssey. Trifonov called it a concerto. I got a fire with him that has no place to go. Meanwhile, LMI is putting on a show, and then one of the Migos dropped Quavo Huncho. There was Martina McBride at cello, no 2. Isabel's at the Ryman, or at least passing through. Bohemian Rhapsody got a movie too, and Disturbed evolved into something new. Let's let them drop an album. Wait, I mean Greta Van Fleet, Lead Sun City, enjoying the heat. Future and Juice WRLD chilling in the backseat while Major Lazer just came in on the downbeat. A Nutcracker movie, McRaven's Decree, The Grateful Dead and Robin's Honey. Tory Lane's Loving Now Ballads won by Jody, but Bocelli beat them all with one word, C. Cardell's Christmas, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, another Bob Dylan bootleg, Bog Gang was wild. Takeoff's Last Rocket, Queen's greatest hits compiled. Metro Boomin had no complaints as he just sat there and smiled. Limitless Theories, all about string, a brightly human, apparently Goldblum can swing. Muse and Imagine Dragons trying to be king, meanwhile the Beatles still have more to bring. Trippie Redd wrote another love letter, apparently people thought Lil Peep was better. I prefer Steve Aoki as the main header, and Kane Brown had an experiment to go get her. All the way in Cuba we had a jam session, Mark Knopfler's Down the Road, Michael Bublé's Obsession, Mariah Carey said caution to Mumford & Sons Progression, and I guess The Greatest Showman really left an impression. New Dolphin recordings came straight out the mine. After that you can listen to Ella at the Shrine. 6ix9ine had an ever so slightly redesigned, and Bublé's Christmas to go with your wine. Brian Ferry had his bittersweet tips, a brief inquiry into online relationships, Ski Mask the Stump God and Little Baby's quips, Clean Bandit What Is Love, Meek Mill's Championships, Carpenters with the Orchestra, Video Games Live, Level 6, with Van Morrison and John Mellencamp in the mix. Gucci Mane is still up to all of his tricks, and XXXTentacion still sells despite all the conflicts. Springsteen on Broadway dancing around, Spider-Man Spider-Verse came to town, Kodak Black came back, and Alan Walker was found, and that's what I call a freaking record rundown.
And now I need some help on the maestro, please. Maestro.